pero los clientes, número uno.
Tu dinero cuando pasa una situación como esta, ¿sí? Bienvenidos una vez más a su programa, Hablemos de Real Estate con Carlos Amaya.
Y Juliana Estrada.
Welcome to this special episode of our launching of the Cashflow Wrestlers Club on this past Thursday. It was an amazing event. If you miss it, you don't want to miss it again. We're going to have a new one on February 5th here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm here with my amazing host,
Victoria Maya.
And Carlos Amaya. We're going to be talking about what is the Cashflow Wrestlers Club? How did it go? What do we do? And what is most important for you guys to be able to be part of it in the next 11 months?
Yes, we first of all want to say thank you so much to everyone who came. We felt an immeasurable amount of support even before the event with all the invitations that we sent out. Everyone was so excited. People were reposting on their stories. Thank you so much for that. We're excited to see where this takes everyone, but we just know that it's not really about us. It's more about the quality of the people that go to the event, and we hope to keep that quality really up with people who just are going there to give and not to take.
Totally. So let's get going. Cashflow Breakfast Club. So, Victoria.
Yes.
So I don't know what this is going. Okay, hold on a second. Victoria. First of all, invited you guys to join us in all the different social media platforms that we have. We have our YouTube channel, Hablemos de Real Estate. We have different channels in Facebook, Instagram, and all different social media. And also, Victoria has an amazing Instagram account that you want to tell us where can people follow you and why.
Feel free. Why? Because you'll get to see what I'm doing all the time.
But you do something special on Thursday. So
yes. So what happens is if you guys want to follow me, feel free to follow me at Investing with Victoria, all lowercase, in Instagram. And I've had this series that people have actually given me a lot of support about that I'm so grateful about is a friend gifted me a tiny mic for my birthday in last August. And I started this series called Tiny Talk Tuesday, where every Tuesday I teach you guys something about real estate, but with a tiny mic. So that's a good way to keep me accountable of posting every single Tuesday. But I like to think it's funny. I like to make it classical, but also not too professional, more personal. But feel free to follow me there. I also try to post other videos. I'm going to be starting this series where I show the best cafes or best locations depending on a certain scenario in Charlotte and around the areas in Matthews. So I'm so excited to see you guys there. Make sure to follow me and check me out there. And I'll also be following you guys back.
Totally. And now you're talking about you. So why should people contact you? So what do you do for a living? And where are you located? And what kind of service do you provide?
So, hello everyone. My name is Victoria, and I'm your realtor in the Carolinas.
I love how that sounds.
I love how it sounds too. So there you have all my contact info, my email. You have my Instagram, the address of the office that I go to when it comes to my firm. I'm with Monarch Realty. We work with first-time home buyers that are looking to find their forever home, that are either moving from out of state to into North Carolina, or if you're an investor that's trying to start or work on your real estate portfolio, whether it be doing fix and flips, buy and holds, flip to rent. I would love to help you in any way that I can. It's very important to know when it comes to an agent that if you're going to be working with an investor, you have to have a different mindset and a different way of thinking. It's very different. The kitchen isn't as important as if you were going to live in the house. It's more important of the rental numbers in the area, how close it is to certain school districts. But just so excited to help you guys in any way that I can. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions about real estate, because I like to making the process quick and easy for everyone.
And I love that real estate evolves. And a couple of years ago, people didn't realize what co-living was. It's not something new. We've been doing it for a long time. And also fix to rent. So always you hear like a fix to flip. And then, but now there's a strategy that is not new by any means, but it's something that it makes a lot of sense in different markets. And this is one of the markets that it does really makes a lot of sense. So it's pretty cool to have the option. And also something that we're super excited that we launched our first meeting of the Cashflow Wrestlers Club here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're super excited. We had an amazing event last week, and we're going to tell you all about it.
So I already said thank you, but thank you guys, everyone, for coming. We are so excited. This is an event that is not just one of those events where people are guessing what topic they're going to mention in the beginning of every month, but this is going to be the third Wednesday of the first Wednesday of every single month. But the last one we had to do on Thursday because it was New Year's and we knew you guys wouldn't come. But We are super excited because this is a planned structural meeting. It's a planned structural family and event. We have the next 12 months completely scheduled by 30 minutes by the minute for you guys. So not everything's gonna be random. We're gonna teach you guys things in certain orders on purpose because it's gonna make it easier in the flow of the process. All you guys have to do is show up and finish your homework. But we are so excited because we already know we have a sneak peek of everything that we're gonna be covering. And we just know you guys are going to appreciate it so much, but make sure to do your part too and go.
Yeah, and it was a great moment. We didn't know what to expect. It was our first in-person meetup. I just want to remind everyone would be here in North Carolina and Charlotte for the last year and a half, 18 months. So it was like a big aspiration to be able to pull all those people. Again, we give God the glory. He was the one who gave us the opportunity and expose our names and our initiative, and also Omni Casey, because he's the one running the whole Cash for Breakfast Club. But the star of the night was my beautiful daughter. Obviously, we have a lot of stars, but she was the one who did. I mean, this was the flyer for the first presentation. Like she said, every single week we have different subjects, and we're gonna tell you a little more about a little bit later. We're gonna show you some videos as well, and how the event went and why. I think it makes sense for anybody. It doesn't care the level of expertise in terms of real estate. You can be a beginner, you can be an intermediate, or you can be like an advanced investor, and still you can get a lot of value. You can get a lot of connections, and at the same time, if you're someone that's been doing it for a long time, you have the opportunity to give back and teach somebody else. You learn, and I realized that the more you teach other people, the more you're gonna learn moving forward in terms of the process. And there is a lot of things that we still want to learn in terms of real estate. We've been doing it for more than 25 years, and still we learn so many great things about real estate. So it was a great event. She was the star of the night. I was surprised how well she did.
There was no star.
It was a great team. I mean, all of us did our part. But as a father, I was in the first row to see how she explore one of her talents, God-given talents, and she did an amazing presentation. But you guys want to see her in person? The first Wednesday of every month, we're going to be located here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to give you the information and the link where you can sign up for our next event. But let's just give you some details in terms of what happened the past Thursday.
Okay, so what we do that differentiates us from other meetups is we really focus
I love this one.
You love that image. So that's actually a slide that my mother covered. We just made sure to put made sure to put the prettiest and nicest woman on earth in front of everyone to make sure that they would stay for the whole entire event. That helps a little bit, but we understand that this is a lot of information that we're going to be giving in a quick course of 2 to 3 hours. But at the same time, while giving you guys information, we know that the main purpose of meetups are to allow other people to network and connect with one another. So we really valued that, and we tried our absolute best, and I think we nailed it to even it out for everyone. So there was a certain amount of people that are here to learn. So we taught a certain amount of information, but we also had 3 different networking sessions where we allowed everyone for 15 minutes to be able to talk to as many people as they could. In the beginning, it was like a speed dating network session. Then in the middle, it was a little more structured. And at the end, there was this very fun activity that everyone gave positive feedback for. That was kind of a role-playing situation in real life. It was a situation where you had to role-play that in real life, where you found a seller that's offering to sell their property that's off-market, and then you have to do a cash offer. You have very little information about it, and they were expecting an answer in 20 minutes. And they have 5 other investors that they're talking to, and someone's going to get that property at the end of the day. So real quick, if you are interested in something like that, feel free to come to the next event. We're always going to prioritize teaching you guys, but also allowing you guys to have the time to connect with one another, because I've already seen so many connections that were made, so many people that are planning for next coffee meetups and seeing each other. And it's going to be amazing because you guys bring incredible value, and sharing that with other people is immeasurable.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to share the information right here in the chat. If you guys want to register for our next event on February 5th. So the information is right there. You just have to click let me just put it here. So if you guys click the link, it's going to give you the registration page. It's only 100 seats available. And you might hear 100. Oh my God, that's a lot. So I can just wait. We have 105 people registered the last event on January, and we have like 80 to 85 people that show up. So that was great. That's amazing. So if you guys want to save your seat, I'll advise you guys to check on the link and sign up and be able to spend some time with us. And talking about spend time with us, we had like Victoria said, we have different sessions. super structured. That's what we're trying to do the best out of the time. We ask people to hopefully come as early as possible. We start doing registration at 5:30 p.m. So we have like a high level education session. Victoria was there talking about different things. One of them being house hacking, and then we talk about like the different key players in real estate deal, and there was a lot of people. Again, we were super blessed by God. We have like 85 people would listen and they learn. So the first part of one of the things we want to try to do is high level education session. For some people, this first two sessions is something like, okay, so that's something basic. I know about that, and we know that. But the more we go, the third, the fourth, and it's 12 sessions in a year, it's gonna start getting more complex, complex strategies. But we need to get a firm foundation in terms of like mindset, and just figured out how can we start doing this, and it's based off a book. I forgot to bring it here. So we use that. Okay, so we're gonna try to make sure that for the beginners, the beginner real estate investors, they know the foundation, and we're gonna build on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay, you like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Cool. So
This is one that you covered, actually. I think you should talk about this.
Yeah,
This apparently touched a lot of people's hearts.
yeah, people someone that we know really close. Something that we always hear about anything in life, and real estate is not different. That we need to just get out of the comfort zone. And this was in a study said that he said arterial.
Don't even try to read it. There's a part in your brain.
Part of your brain that every time you try to push yourself to do something uncomfortable, you start growing. So if you decide, if you always want to do what is comfortable, that's pretty much killing you, unfortunately. So that's why people do like cold plunges. I know people that love to do that, especially.
He does.
I love that cold plunge.
I haven't seen you do it recently in the winter, actually.
I did it recently with Sam Wigger. I did it and then Jim, he was crying. I'm kidding. He was having fun. So we need to embrace. So the phrase that caught people's attention was embrace the suck. It's gonna suck regardless. Every time I do the cold plunge, it sucks the first 25 seconds. Every time you start doing cold calling, you can tell us about it. It sucks in the beginning. Every time you start doing door knocking, drive for dollars, it sucks when you start talking with people that start rejecting you, especially because that is what they go to for everybody. So when you embrace the suck, that first of all is gonna make you live longer, because whatever the name is going to make you stay healthier for a long period of time. And at the same time, you're going to be able to get the results that other people dream, because they don't want to do it, because they want to be in the comfort zone.
Yes, exactly. So wait.
Okay.
So there's many different ways that people can go around when it comes to having to do things that you very much do not want to do. There's different ways, either physical, where you put yourself in freezing temperatures where you know for a fact that you're going to be in immeasurable pain for the first 25 seconds and you feel every fiber of your being break apart. In case you haven't already noticed, I've done cold plunges before, and oh my goodness, it hurts. And that was during the summer. But there's also ways that you can have yourself put in a state of immeasurable fear, and that can help you turn around and come on top. For me, it was cold calling. Well, I do love to talk to people in person, and now we've discovered I like to do speaking events. I didn't know about that before either. When it comes to cold calling, it does challenge me a little bit, because there's moments where you don't know what's happening behind the phone. You don't know who they are. They don't know what you look like, and you aren't able to look them in the eyes and read their expression. But it's definitely a purpose. Like 2 years ago, I would have never been able to cold call. I was even scared to just call a restaurant and order a pickup order. I was terrified for that stuff. Can you believe it?
I need to appreciate that. Like, okay, Park, you want to eat? Go out.
Oh my gosh, it was so easy. I was able to get food. All I had to do was go outside and pick it up and order it, and it's incredible. And talk to strangers that I now do all the time. But now, does it get easier every single time? Yes. Is it still a little hard in the beginning? Is it still hard to press that call button when you don't know what's going to happen behind it? Yes, but you get better and more confident day by day and moment by moment. People always say when it comes to cold calling that your first 5 calls are just warm-ups. The next like 25 or the rest of the day are situations where you allow yourself to warm up a little bit. But just cold calling for me is more of a psychological than a physical. But yes, psychologically, it's fighting against my brain that's telling me stay safe, stay in a situation that you're used to, that you know what's going to happen. But it helps you in the end. And I feel so, so happy after I finish a cold calling session, after I know that I've scheduled meetings with people, because in reality, everyone's a human and it's not that scary.
Sorry. Mom is calling you. You are the cold
Calling Queen.
She's asking if you can remind the homework, please. In a second, we're gonna tell that.
Yes.
And then we also have like grandma that she's super proud of you. She said that bendiciones and that she's super extremely grateful. And then unfortunately we are not doing it in Spanish. You want to learn understand what we're doing. And she sent you a hack. So what is the homework and what should people do?
So the homework, if you could put it up on the board too, so that they can read it.
Or the homework?
Yeah. So the most important thing that you need to have is the Cash Flow Breakfast Club book. This is very important because we're going to be referring to the book in every single session. So
have a picture of it.
You should have a picture of it, but that's okay. But it's super important because it's those situations where the teacher actually does need you to read that textbook, because we are going to be using that textbook throughout the whole entire season.
Who's the teacher?
And the teacher is us. Us and the writer of the book.
She got the microphone. Look at me. Look at me. Sit down.
Oh, so fun. So most important thing you need to do is get that book, whether it be through an Audible, whether it be through online, whether it be through a physical copy, whichever way you know that you learn better. You need to have the book, and you need to read the first 3 chapters, I think it is.
The first 3 chapters.
The first 3 chapters of the Cash Flow Breakfast Club, because we're going to be referring to it extensively, and you're not going to understand what's happening if you haven't read the book, and you'll feel left behind. And those who did read it are going to be able to move forward. Then you need to have 5 one-on-one coffees with 5 different people that you've met at the event. So we're giving you guys 30 days to do this. So that means that every 6 days or almost every week, you'll have to have one coffee with one person. Just have coffee and talk about your life. And
or if you don't drink coffee,
or if you don't coffee, a water meeting. And then I think that's it. Oh, the other meeting was also to find 3 ways that you could get rid of your housing expenses. And if you didn't go to the event, then you won't understand what that meant. But if you did go, then you get what we mean about that.
Totally. Talk about that. We talk about the 5 steps to accelerate your financial freedom. It's not the only way, but it's a way that makes a lot of sense. And number 1 is exactly what Victoria was talking about in terms of the homework. Get rid of the housing expenses. Then the second one of the biggest mistakes the real estate investor make, which is start living out of their investing. Robert Kiyosaki mentioned Rich Dad Poor Dad, his wife wanted to buy a car. So he said, you know what, honey, and instead of buy a car, go get an investment property that pay for the car. That makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, if you start doing it right away, that limit the way that you're going to be able to create wealth and scale your portfolio. And do like an investment snowball for the cash flow at the same time that you start growing. And at one point, we try to figure out a way to have to get rid of debt, especially consumer debt. And we know a lot of us know Dave Ramsey. He started cutting credit cards and everything. And he said that that's a step number 1. For us, we think that's a step number 4, because if you start doing that limit your ability to be able to leverage the bank and be able to get properties. And then at that point, you said, you know what, I definitely want to try to diversify and go to different strategies. And talking about a team, you have a beautiful team member that brought us the book.
Handed us this book. This is the Cash Flow Breakfast Club. It is a beautiful cyan blue. It is not that big of a book. There are books that are taking a lot longer to read. This one's pretty nice. Very, very excited. Hope you guys can see it. Hope you guys enjoy it as well. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous book written by Omni Kiyosaki and Shara Casey. Omni Casey. Omni Casey and Cherry Casey. The first 3 chapters are only 30 pages. So I'm very excited for you guys to read it. This is what it looks like. You can either get it on Audible and Amazon, or you can also get a physical copy of it, I think also from Amazon. They will be able to import it directly from you. So make sure this is what it looks like. Don't buy the wrong one, and just make sure to read the first 3 chapters by February the 5th. We hope to see you guys there. And we are so excited to see what's the name of the main character of this book? Dan. We're so excited for you to walk through Dan's journey and learn new things along the way, because he meets a lot of interesting people.
And we're gonna share a secret. That's Omni Casey's story. Obviously, is
the author.
Obviously, it made it like little more like a couple characters that fiction, a couple characters that he changed the name just to make it more appealing for be like an entertaining story. It's a super quick read or listen, and it's an amazing book that you're going to be able to enjoy a lot. And at the same time, you can do the homework while reading it.
While reading it, yeah.
And also, gaming networking. So tell us, Victoria, what was happening over there, what we're doing, and what would you tell them, just giving them orders to follow the rules and be on time.
So what was one of the funnest things to do for me was seeing everyone do their networking events, and their you could see over there I was instructing people on the different specific order that we have everything done. So in that one, I'm imagining it's a scenario where you had to find, there's 3 key players in a transaction. There's the deal finder, the deal developer, and the deal funder, I think is the other term.
Deal capital, yes.
The deal capital. It's not deal capital. name.
Yeah, it is.
No, we'll find it out later.
I'll show you.
Show me right now. It's not Deal Capital.
No, we okay.
Show me.
So
While he does that, I'm going to be explaining the 3 ones. Well, obviously, the first one is the person who finds the deal. The second one is someone who has at least 3 experiences when it comes to fix and flipping. And they can help us manage the whole entire project. And sometimes they even allow us the opportunity to find the person who's going to be funding the deal capital. You're right. Who's going to be funding.
and it's recorded.
Okay. Who's going to be funding the deal. So your goal was to assign yourself one role. And if you couldn't find yourself assigning yourself one role, then you have to pick one. That's the beginning of the process. So let's say that I'm the deal finder. My job in the next 15 minutes was to create a team and find someone who's the deal developer and the deal capital. And after you find your team of 3, this is a scenario, but then you guys will have the perfect team that you could use to work with. So this is allowing us to be able to already connect puzzle pieces of people that can give us value, that we can give value in return. And in doing so, in the next future meetings, we could, oh, this guy's the deal capital. I remember he mentioned that he has this much money that he wants to invest in. Oh my gosh, I just found this amazing deal. All we need is a developer. You talk to him about it, and then he says that he has a developer on his other side, and then you guys can start doing a deal together.
Yes, I want to say hi to Elizabeth Guillen. She said, bendiciones, saludos desde Delaware. Saludos, Elizabeth. And then something that we realized that we saw that happen in real life. Usually when people go to the meetup, they have like a shield,
a
wall that protect them. And then sometimes they get out of the meetup, don't even talk to even one person, especially if they go to the meetup with a group of people, they stay with the same group. Over here, Victoria did something amazing that she split everybody up. She gave numbers, and then we saw people like calling each other. And because you ask them, so who did you meet that is interesting? They said, yeah, I met this guy that he does this. The other guy said, yes, I'm a wholesaler and I have deals. And the guy said, I'm a contractor. I'm over here, I have money, and I have a W2. I work for Bank of America. I work one of the biggest bank here in the area. They have the headquarters. So it was great to see that happening in action, and that's because of the structure and because people were willing to get out of the comfort zone, because it sucks initially in the beginning to talk to people that you might not feel comfortable with. And we have a lot of people that, I say English is my second language, including myself. I'm Jonas, not for you. And then people were like, I don't know, I feel uncomfortable. And then you saw that people like connecting really well. I said, you know what, this makes a lot of sense. So that's why we had a lot of fun doing it.
Even with an English barrier, people were connecting left and right. I just know I'm going to be able to help them. 2 people that, in particular, one of them was really interested in the way that other worked their numbers. And then he asked me, hey, is there any way that I could get coffee with this guy? But can you be there? Because I kind of need someone to translate. And I was like, of course. They're such amazing people. And just seeing that no one lets an English barrier get in the way, and they still want to connect to each other and just pick each other's brains is really inspiring. And I'm super grateful for that.
And it was great because at one point we have this picture. Let's talk about what they were doing there. They were doing an exercise that Victoria described. We have a couple of pictures so you give more details, but everybody was doing it at the same time. Like, it was a lot of noise that people were like, it's a bar, it's a nice location. People were in the back of the bar, was talking and everything. And then Victoria said, every time Victoria said, you know what, it's time to do the exercise. And when we explained the exercise, we're going to show you some pictures and what we did. Everybody went quiet, and we went back to school, and they were doing it. You know what?
Yeah.
It's a lot of technology. You can do it on the computer. We have a tool for you guys to do it on the computer. But over there, everybody was use a piece of paper and pen. Kudos to my wife, your mom. She was so excited. She said, this is like a birthday party. She had like numbers for the table. She had candy. She has like all the different things that people needed to be able to make it work. And over here, we see a couple of them. They're doing the homework, and we had a lot of fun doing it.
It's so inspiring for me watching everyone take this not only seriously, but with a lot of responsibility in themselves, and also trusting me and allowing them to sacrifice their time and knowing that they're going to get what they're investing in twicefold. So thank you so much, everyone, for taking this serious. Thank you so much, everyone, for really giving your all in these events and this participation. That was the one in specific that I'm thinking is the one where you had to answer 3 out of the 10 questions that we gave you, and then go in the circle that we told you to, and have 2 minutes to answer every question there. And that's a moment where you're able to be in full vulnerability, being able to share your story with absolute strangers, and seeing that people were, first of all, taking this seriously, answering their questions beforehand to have enough time for everyone to talk. And then most of all, sharing was incredible, and seeing everyone else listen and take everyone with so much respect and just like mutual love is something that's beautiful on my end. And just seeing it in picture form, I'm so glad that we were able to take pictures of that. It's very, very inspirational for me.
Sure. How about if we share some couple of videos?
Yeah.
So we have some videos planned.
Some videos.
Unfortunately, the format of the video we're gonna be getting off screen, and then we're gonna put it there, the format, but you're gonna be able to see it. We're gonna share a couple of those videos. Hopefully, you guys can listen to the music that was going on, and then we're gonna tell you guys what happened next, which was what I think that was the best and the nicest part
The fun
of
part.
the fun
The
part.
funnest part.
Okay, so what do you think about the videos?
Very good. Very nice. You could see everyone connect. You could see the different in the beginning. You could see that it was a little empty because people were stuck back in traffic. Those moments where God really makes you have to trust everyone. There was a moment in the first 10 minutes where we had to go start a little later because you were worried. And I was worried in particular. I was most worried one. I was like, whoa, I don't think anyone's going to show up. There's no one here. And then in the blink of an eye, everyone just started piling in. And then I thought, oh my gosh, it must have just been the traffic. But thank you so much once again. But I'm so glad that you could see the beginning of the process from beginning to end. We were able to shake hands with everyone. We were able to meet everyone personally. Amazing register team that took the time to kind of barricade the beginning and not let people pass by without having registered, which was really great because then we can get you guys. We have we sent out a full PowerPoint format of the whole entire presentation in case there's any QR codes and any slides that you wanted to take notes of. So everyone who did take the time to stop by and register is going to be getting that email to them, which is a lot of great value because there are times where people kind of go past slides so quickly and then you actually get to have that slide in your screen, in your comfort of your own home. I think is something amazing.
Amazing. So, Joseph Castañez de Hola Familia. Hola, Joseph, ¿cómo
Hola,
estás?
Joseph. Gracias por acompañarnos.
Totally. So, then we did like a market deep dive in case study. A lot of people wanted to live like usually people get used to when you go to the event. They be there like for 10 to 15 minutes and they go. So you know what? I already went there. I put my face. I took a selfie. look at the sun. And then I said I was here, and I said that's fine. I just make a couple connections, and they saw my face, and that's all. But most of them stayed until the end, and we're glad they did it because we had an exercise that was super excited and it was super practical, and people love it. So this was just start the presentation to the exercise with these couple of pictures. So you want to tell us what was the idea when you start talking about this picture?
Yes. So what I basically did to allow everyone the opportunity to know that they want to stay until the end was I mentioned this kind of halfway through the whole entire event. This study in particular, what we did is that we took two different, we took a project, we took pictures of the before and then after a flip. So to kind of warm everyone up and get them kind of on the mindset of what's going to be happening, I asked them how much they thought that certain repairs were and how much they thought that overall flip was. And I'll allow you guys the chance to see what they did. They changed the counter. This one has an island. They changed basically everything. So I know that this one was an $8,000 project.
That one was like just the kitchen by itself was 10,000, and then if you do the island was 5,000. So altogether was like 15,000.
Like 15,000. Yeah, $15,000. So it was funny seeing everyone because the thing is, everyone, a good amount of people there are GCs, flippers, people that have done this themselves, and seeing everyone kind of not argue but bicker and kind of play against each other and be like, there's no way. And they're like, my company does this for cheaper. Oh, but I did this and they said it was going to be this much, but it turned out being this much. So that was a way to get everyone's wheels turning. And then we were able to present to them the final activity that I mentioned kind of before. It was a scenario where this is the only information that they have. We wanted them to get a 90K desire profit. It's going to be a 40,000 resale cost, 700,000 ARV, no HOA, single family home. And then my father presented the Cash Flow Breakfast Club Rapid Rehab Checklist, a material that we're going to give to you guys and that we gave to those who were at the event to be able to have it on hand if they're ever on a phone call with a buyer and they don't have enough time to see the property. before being able to give an offer, you can already give them an assumption based off of what you know of how much things averagely cost based off of the year built of the property. So explain that.
Yeah, so we were mentioned real estate is a numbers game, and if you need to play by the numbers, and usually the numbers are like you. If you want to close a deal, and you need pretty much around like 100 leads. But if you start qualifying 100 leads and you look at all the numbers and just do pictures and just visit the properties, it's gonna take forever for you to get a deal. So we told like there is a way to do it to something like a quick calculation and try to filter for those 100 to 30 deals that you said, you know what, those 30 deals that make sense to start running numbers. And out of those 30 deals, usually you want to go visit like 10 and then you're making offers and you ended up getting one. So we're telling them different tools for them to be able to calculate fast and in just few minutes to be able to say, you know what, that project makes sense. I want to make an offer. And we make them make an offer. We split them in different tables. It was 10 tables. An average size with like 7 to 8 to 10 people per table. And we told them, listen, that's the information. Give us an offer. It's like the highest and best. And then you put like a basket. You have to put an offer before the end of the timer. And then we're going to see who wins the offer, who wins the property, but most important, figure out if they make money, because they can overpay for the property and not make any money. So I was super excited. And then we have all different offers. People thought their offer was the best offer. And just tell them more how did it went, and then I'll explain who won and something super interesting. What do they want? Because some people like, how did they did it? And then we figured out how, and there was a learning.
Yes, my dad was able to find out the specific code of what happened just by looking at the people, but also seeing, he knew some of the people personally, and he realized there's a way that you were able to make those numbers work when other people couldn't because of what you do. So he's going to explain that, but it was super exciting because we gave them a 20-minute timer, and then we put a little basket, and we gave everyone sticky notes and a pen, and you had to have your final highest and best offer written on the sticky note and circle it and then put that bad boy in the basket. And we actually found out that people were glancing at people's sticky notes in the basket to see if they could change their number to make it higher. And then I was like, no, put your sticky note in. And it was like a real life scenario where if 20 minutes passed by and your sticky note isn't in the basket, we're not going to be giving you guys a chance to make that offer because the offer is going to have been sold already. So people were talking, people were kind of arguing like, oh no, this is going to be this much. And we didn't tell everyone what they had to fix. That is the funnest part. You had to decide for yourself what you felt comfortable with rehabbing and with fixing to be able to see how much you could sell it for.
Yeah, and at the same time, the idea is that they needed to sell the property for $700,000 ARV. So yes, I could have said, you know what, I don't want to fix nothing, and I'm going to make a low offer. Most likely, that property will not be able to sell for that price. So when we got the offers, we started going from the lower to the higher, and then the highest offer was like I think it was $475,000. $475, and the lowest one was like 4 to 5, and they had like a crazy term like it. So
some of them try to be creative and say closing in 1 week, 0 closing, and I was like, we just want highest and best.
Yeah, and it was a cash deal. So 475, they won. Everyone was excited. So I was like, how did you guys make that happen? If the goal was to make a profit of $90,000. So I was looking at the numbers. We did that exercise as a family before presented. And I was like, the renovation was somewhere around like $100,000 with a $10,000 buffer. So how did you guys do it? How much you guys spend on renovation? So they said somewhere around like $55,000 to $65,000. I said, did you guys change this? Yes, we did all of that. So how did you guys did it? And I look at the table and I know some of the guys that, oh, you guys are GC, so you guys are not charging for labor. So you guys are not charging for labor. You guys are getting paid out of the profit. And they were like, and then I was like, yeah, the whole group, what? That's not fair. We have to pay for labor you guys done because. And I asked, do you guys think they overpay for the property? And everybody like, yeah, they overpay the property. That's not fair. And I was like, that's life. They use their tools. They use their expertise. They say, you know what? I'm not saying that we're right or wrong, but we're gonna be able to buy the property, pay more than anybody else, and still make money. Still make money only if we don't charge for labor up front. We're gonna split the profit, and that's gonna be the money that we make the deal. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, that makes a lot of sense," and that was like a great teaching moment. And then we figured out we have a 1 winning table and 9 loser tables, and in a room full of entrepreneurs, you can tell that it was a very competitive environment. Everyone was a child again. It was very, very fun to do. So this is a picture from behind. Forget my back. So that was how they were initially, but then you break them apart in different tables. Or that was broken. I think that was in the beginning of the night. Yeah. So everybody was like with the friends and with the
comfortable. Everyone was very comfortable and with people that they knew, and we had to change that.
Yeah. And how did you change that? Tell me, like for someone that's doing an event right now, and you get this setup, which is great. Everybody, I see a couple husband and wife, a couple of friends, a couple of people that already know each other. How did you break them apart? Why and how did it work out?
It was very simple to do so. Thankfully enough, my mother was very organized and she had us print out 10 different numbers with little stands to assign each table. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So then I had to go from all the way to the back and make sure I got everyone. And I went 1, 2, 3, 4, and I had them verbally say their number back to me while looking at me in the eyes so that they would remember their number. So you have to do slowly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you start over until you get absolutely everyone. And with that, I would then let everyone know where each table is. I'd be like, number ones, my ones, come to me ones, da, 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 da. And then 10 all the way in the back here. And then I would go to people that were wandering, kind of lost. And I'm like, what number do you have? And they'd be like, 7, I can't find out. I'm like, 7's in the back left corner. And then I'd be like, 7s, raise your hand. Having a microphone really helped. 7, raise your hands. And then 7.
Even without a microphone, everybody was
without a microphone. I don't need a microphone. But it was amazing because then in that way, everyone saw that people were actually doing it. Like there are people, you can't just be like, oh, I was given a 6, but I'll just go with you because I still know you. No, everyone knew that every group had a certain amount of people. So if someone chose not to go to their group, you could visually see it. And with that, people had to sit next to each other in that table, causing them to be in close proximity, causing them to talk to each other during the activities.
And that was a third opportunity to connect with people that might have been able to talk to.
Yes.
You see, at that point, so we did the first exercise, we did the second one. The first was the deal finder, the deal capital, and the
project manager,
the developer,
the
developer, and then there was the question that you asked them in terms of like, okay, so what are your goals and all those things, and how you want to change the world? Because you told them everybody here has a chance to change the world, and this one was a third. So a lot of people that, because the way it was structured, they haven't chance to talk to each other. That was another opportunity to talk. So people really value that and say, you know what, this is just great. Just get us out of your comfort zone. And then at the end of the event, we took a picture. Although I would say like 25% or 30% of people really left because we realized, oh my God, we need to take a picture. And then
so people already left, and then we asked for a picture at the end. But it was a very, very sweet opportunity. Look at everyone there, everyone's smiling, having a great time. People that didn't know each other a couple hours ago and now having deep conversations. This is just the start of something great, and I'm so excited for everyone to see it in the end.
Totally. And we have a great comment here.
Let's see.
Alice says, saludos Victoria y Juliana Estrada. También. Esto lo hacía en español, pero ahora lo puedo compartir a mi hijo que acaba de pasar el examen para ser agente de bienes raíces. Y claro que sí, es uno de los objetivos que queremos hacerlo de una manera bilingüe para que los muchachos y las personas como tú se sienten más cómodas en inglés, lo puedan acceder y puedan también crecer en real estate.
Sí, ¿en inglés?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, in English. Oh, listo. Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for sharing this with your son. We hope that he comes. Primero que todo, felicitaciones a tu hijo que pasó ese examen. ¡Qué emoción!
which is hard.
Which is, pues, sí, es bien difícil. Muy emocionado para él. Por favor, invítalo. Él va a poder conocer a muchísimas personas, muchas personas que le pueden dar como punticos en cómo empezar esa carrera en bienes raíces con tanta emoción. Y si tú también quieres ir, por supuesto, nos fascinaría poder tener tu apoyo. También conocemos a muchas personas que no hablan inglés, ¿no? Que fueron al evento y todavía sacaron mucha información de ella y pudieron conectar con otros latinos y hispanos y hasta personas que tampoco hablan español. Ellos como podrían entender uno al otro como telepáticamente. Pero, por favor, muchísimas gracias por tomar el tiempo de poner ese comentario ahí. Gracias por estar acá. Estamos muy emocionados para ver ustedes y cómo siguen desarrollando ese futuro en bienes raíces.
And talking about next month, which is in just a couple of weeks, it's going to be
crazy.
Our next event for February 5th. And it's going to be at 5:30. They start registration. 5:45. We start giving some insight, the rules and regulations in terms of the what we want you guys to do, what we guys expect. And then also we're going to start sharing a lot of information. We have an amazing sponsor. So can you tell us like what people should sign up?
Yeah, so make sure to scan that QR code. Just to be completely honest, I've already gotten a lot of people that have asked me or click on that link to register. I've gotten a lot of people that have asked me, a lot of people that want to go, that want to bring a lot of their friends. I think I have one person alone who's bringing a party of 20. Let's see if they pull through. But a lot of people that weren't able to go as well that want to be able to register. And we are going to have to close that registration when it reaches 100 people due to the fact that we want to be able to invest in those 100 people and have people of more quality than quantity. So I want to make sure that you reserve your spot and you get that seat. Super excited for that, and make sure to register, and we'll see you guys there next Wednesday, the first Wednesday of February, the 5th.
Totally. And something that I want to point it out, let me just take this off. Every single week, every single event is completely different in
Yes.
terms of the educational part. We're gonna have exercise. It's not gonna be the same exercise. If you go, oh my god, I thought we played this last month. I know the answer. I know how to. No, it's gonna be different.
Something new every time.
Something new every time. So we'd like for you guys to be part of it. And like Victoria said, we're gonna cap it at 100 people, and we hope we're gonna be able to have you guys be part of it. So
Francisco dice, hola desde Chicago. Hola Francisco, gracias por estar acá acompañándonos. Y también Ali Trejo dice, para el otro evento, los sin falta, yo y mi hijo vamos a estar allá con ustedes. ¡Qué emoción! Súper emocionada de tenerlos con nosotros. Muchas gracias por estarnos acompañando y les vamos a dar un abracito bien grande. Gracias por su apoyo.
total. And
And
sometimes the technology doesn't work. And here, so the new generation. So something that I'm really proud, and I was like in Disneyland that day. I was just seeing Victoria and just doing something that I believe she was born to do. Just to communicate, how well she is on the microphone, especially with the Tiny Tuesday. But seeing her in person is not easy. I was talking with people that've been doing it for a long time. It's like we're saying like how she does it is impressive. She's a natural. So if you guys want to invest in real estate and you guys have any desire to invest in the
Carolinas, I would love to be able to help you guys in that process. Feel free to reach out. I love being able to at least have a consultation with everyone and find out their strengths and their weaknesses and their motivation and what they're looking for. I just like making dreams come true. I think that I'm super blessed to have had this ability to communicate with people. I feel it really helps me in the field. One of the most important things you can do as a human being is kind of communicate your words in a way that's respectful, but also assertive. And that's something that I strive to do with every single client. You guys are not just clients, but also family. Every time that I talk, I know that I'm representing you guys and your best wishes. So I don't take that lightly. And I'm so excited, and I hope to be able to work with every single one of you.
Totally. Actually, you have an amazing team around you, and then we're really excited to see how you handle this.
So grateful.
Alex, amo lo de ustedes, que toda la familia está en esto. Dios lo bendiga. Totalmente gracias a Dios y gracias por lo que comparten. Amén.
Sí, Dios es bueno y maravilloso y por Él es que pudimos hacer todo esto y lograr todo este apoyo y estamos súper agradecidos de lo que nos está trayendo en el futuro y todas las bendiciones que van a venir.
Claro que sí. And if you guys want to be part of our community, I would like to ask you guys to join our YouTube channel. Usually all those videos go and then in our YouTube channel. We have a lot of guests invite here, both in English and Spanish. So something amazing. And then a lot of the future guests, they're going to share a lot of information. We have great topics. We're going to be sharing some of the things that we've been talking at the club, obviously in a different format. So if you guys want to be part of it, you can join us in our YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook page, and also Victoria has an amazing Instagram page. You guys can just scan the QR code over here, and it's gonna send you to all the different information that she has, and you guys can watch the Tiny Tuesday, which is
Tiny Talk Tuesday,
TTT. And that's something amazing. So I think this is everything for today. We have an amazing event coming up. Thank you for your time. If you know anyone in the Charlotte area or even South Carolina, we ride like 5 to 10 minutes in the border. So send them over, send them the link. Tell them, listen, this is something that you have to give yourself the chances to at least try it once and just come see how you like it. Most likely you will, and you're going to be able to start the foundation or continue, because some people already start doing it and get a stack in the process, and they want to figure out how can they become financially free investing in real estate in a couple of years. So you can just do it through the information that we're going to be provided. It's more than a meetup. It's like a club. A lot of us, including myself, and you're part of a couple of masterminds. We spend a good amount of money and time there. Over here is something free, but we ask for a commitment for you guys to do the homework and get out of the comfort zone to be able to achieve what you guys are really looking for. And if that's become financially free investing in real estate, you're going to get all the tools, information, and connection to do it.
Yeah, definitely. We hope to see you guys there.
Yes. And remember, the family is the base of society. And the family that's going to be able to get financial freedom through real estate investing is going to be something they're going to be able to impact the whole society. God bless you all, and see you guys next week.
See you guys in the next one next week. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah. Bye. Say bye again.
Bye.